The last time we saw our crew, the goblin Davidix had heard of a great treasure in King Ranpa's tomb. Gathering together a party from his social link shell, they all set off through Eastronfar. Here they encountered a traveling merchant waylaid by orcs. After saving the merchant and his Chocobo companions, the crew decided to head to the tomb before darkness settled in.
So we arrive at the infamous Rampart's tomb. I know many of fledgling adventurers delve deep into its depths. We should be fine, as long as you stay under my tutelage. It'll be quite an easy endeavor.
You guys have arrived in Kiarti. It is this large space surrounded by these stone ruined walls. The walls are not kept. They're decrepit, deteriorating. It's very quiet. Every now and then you'll catch a sound of rustling that you just aren't quite able to visually see when you look over there. Bats sort of flutter about above or on the ruined walls, and you feel almost like a gust of wind, which is strange being inside, sort of pulling you inward even further.
I don't think I want to just step into here, but I will peek around this door and see if there's anything dangerous.
Go ahead and give me a perception roll. On a 9, you catch what looks like unearthed stone in sort of grassless pockets, but you don't see any sort of active threats or anything that you think would sort of aggressively attack you and your group.
Well, friends, I don't see anything too dangerous. I think we're ready to kind of go exploring. Where should we even begin? This place is so spread out.
And that's the adventure.
All right, then.
Tally ho, Kupo.
As you progress further in, Jerry, give me a perception roll since you are first in line. On a 16, you hear the sound of earth being moved and sort of erupted, on your right. Your left sounds quite quiet.
Gentlemen, hold. I'm hearing something on my right.
If you guys are going towards the sound, I'm going to go the other way and keep watch.
I'm gonna send Carbuncle forward.
Yeah, I think we're gonna send the pets forward.
And stealth and be sneaky about it.
Carbuncle rounds the bend and sees this tube-looking orange thing sort of snaking out of the ground. It has almost like tendrils coming off the hole where its sort of mouth kind of is, and it is just sort of moving back and forth.
Carbuncle makes a surprised squeak.
If I hear there's something ahead, I deploy Mushroom.
To go after it?
Yep.
Ching, 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 ching.
I'd like to make a perception check for anything that might be, I don't know, above us.
10 is actually exactly what you need to notice that on top of the wall, there is a cluster of small bats. They're not in an aggressive attack mode, but they are all beady-eyed watching you. I mean, obviously echolocation, but they're staring.
I will give a gentle slap on the back. No need to be so tense, my dear Ketch. We'll be fine. Not even paying attention to the bats.
Your puppet runs up to this to make a swing at it. Right before it's able to hit it with its night sword, the worm goes underground.
Mushroom just kind of looks back and kind of looks confused at me.
Those of you who've already rolled a perception check of 12 or higher, you hear the ground come up on the other side. You do see another worm in front.
Mushroom still has the same order, so he's still going to charge it.
He gets to about here before it goes away.
They're dying from fright.
As they should, my dear friend, for we are a terrifying group of ragtag adventurers, are we not?
You do see a worm across from you, some bats. What do you want to do?
I kind of ignore it, not thinking the worm's too much of a threat since they seem to be avoiding us. But I do notice the stairs and kind of point it out, obviously, to everybody else, even though they see it as well.
You guys are now staring at this underground cave. It's very dark.
I pull out my torch, light it, and hand it to Ruki.
I hand it back, Kupo.
I turn to the rest of the party and say, why is the help handing me the torch back?
I'll take your torch. I have a free hand. Well, I guess we could continue in. I'm wondering where this treasure may lie, Davidix.
It's deeper inside.
It'd have to be the deepest, darkest portions of this dungeon.
It can only get brighter from here, Kupo.
It could also get darker if you die.
Oh no, Kupo.
That's just cold, sir.
You come to this pathway where it goes either way. You see worms on either side, but you see an extra large worm off to your left.
There's a big some bitch right over here to the left.
Lead the charge.
Let's kill it, Kupo.
And without another word, I just go straight at it, I guess.
You start barreling at it. This worm is sort of like fiddling around, sort of like moving, you know, like it's like normal worms do. As soon as it's light, it catches whiff of your light and the sound in you, it instantly goes, oh, give me initiative rolls. Initiative order's at the top. Carbuncle goes first.
Carbuncle's gonna just run at it. I'm in the attack circle to be able to in distance.
It is the giant worm's turn. The giant worm is casting the stones. Well, I guess I should tell you what spell it's casting. It's casting a spell at J-Ray. What is your touch AC?
11.
Yeah, it very, very easily hits you. You see as stone sort of magically is created and appears next to you as it comes slamming into your body, dealing you 9 points of damage. Give me a fortitude save. Oh, was that a crit? Nice. You feel the stone linger slightly on your body as if to like pull you toward the ground, and you're able to, with your raw strength, knock that stone off. You are not inflicted with the weighted status effect.
Fred, this is no time to be tripping over rocks. We have a foe to face.
I'm already slow, but I mean, ow? Yeah, I'm at 5.
Quetch, you're up.
J-Ray, next time we go into the deepest, darkest cave you've ever seen, maybe not rush headlong. Here's a potion for you, sir. And I just use my full action.
And then you heal J-Ray for 7 points of health.
He's gonna move his max movement, and then gonna use his action to lash within range of the worm. And then I'm gonna move down here.
I'll do a charge attack.
So charging is a full round action in which you move twice your speed and you attack once you've reached your charge target. But it has to be a straight line. You have to move at least 10 feet, and you have to move at least your speed in order to also draw your weapon during the attack. Obviously, this is just a long tunnel, so yes, if you'd like to just run and make a charge attack, you are welcome to do that.
Does a 13 hit?
You get a +2 bonus on your attack roll when you charge.
Nice. Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit the worm, yes.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, Rookie, you are up.
I am going to attack with my power staff.
You shoot him for 4 light damage. Cam, you're up.
I will dramatically roll towards the wall and make sure I'm within 20 feet of the creature.
So for each full range increment, you take a -2 to your shot. You roll to the left, use your foot to kick off the wall to do like another spin and shift right into position, and then immediately take a shot, which goes absolutely God knows where. J-Ray, you're up.
A smile and a nod to Quetch for helping me out after I got rocked to the face. I want to get as close as I can and then intimidate, so he leaves my glowing carbuncle alone at the front line.
So you're going to try to antagonize. Give me a knowledge nature roll. This is obviously not your average worm, but you know that worms don't have vision. They have what's called tremor sense, meaning they feel the vibrations of the earth to determine where things are.
I'm a Galka. Can I just start stomping vigorously to piss it off?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, no, do that. We'll also even flavor it saying that you're doing it while moving.
Rumbling down the hall.
Yeah. The worm, you figure that the worm is focused on you now with the way that it's moving and your knowledge of worms, being from Bastock and the mines. Carbuncle's turn.
Carbuncle does the rabbit thing.
Your first claw is able to go through, dealing it 1 point of damage.
Carbuncle is going to... It just maneuvers without leaving attack
threatened area.
range.
Giant worm's turn. The giant worm expands its body and reaches out to like swing its body into J-Ray, which also actually hits the puppet as well. I actually need both J-Ray and the puppet to make reflex saving throws. The puppet smooshes itself down to go flat on the ground to dodge out of the way of this as it goes barreling and smacks right into J-Ray. J-Ray takes only 3 points of damage. The worm then goes, and you see it as it goes down into the ground. Anybody trained in perception, please give me a perception roll. J-Ray and Kamishi and Quetch and Dave, actually, because it's not actually that high. It echoes throughout the cave. You hear to the right, like around the bend, as the earth sort of erupts.
Just like the ones up the stairs, they're relocating each and every time. And I heard it around the corner.
As soon as you guys round the bend, you see this worm here shift to move towards you guys as well and focus at you. And it looks like it is threatening you all as well. It's Quetch's turn.
Do I get a full attack round on a charge attack?
No, you just get a single swing. You just barely, as you charge at it, sort of swing off to the side of it, unable to land a blow. We have Mushroom and David X next.
Do a charge attack.
That hits the worm for 8 points of damage, and that worm is Kaputski.
That's the end of his turn. I'll move David X. And then I'll be next to Quetch, and I'll be like,
We're doing a good job, right?
Rookie, you're up.
I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna use both my actions and then just to here.
Okay, Cam's turn.
I was gonna move my full
Dash.
Yeah.
Jerry, you're up.
are you dashing?
Yeah, I want to be able to get up there because my movement is less than anybody else's, so full on dash.
The big worm, upon seeing you, J-Ray, does the worm aggro motion where it becomes like almost like a C at the top, and it's like staring at you.
No.
Carbuncle.
Carbuncle hangs out there.
It is the NM's turn. The NM is going to cast Stone at J-Ray again. It does hit you. 4 points of damage this time, and I need you to make a Fortitude saving throw. You are not weighted. You managed to fight off that feeling again, and you knock all the stones off yourself. Quetch, you're up.
I would like to move relatively in range and mark the big worm.
Marked. Mushroom.
A slam. 18 for 7. And then David X will move in the move to this corner.
Rookie.
I'm gonna do the thing, the light staff thing.
You smack it on the corner side, but it doesn't look like it has any effect.
Oh no.
Cam, you're up.
All right. I will dramatically run forward and extend my arm like Elven do when shooting in game and aim down sight. I will shoot it at the lone one since it seems easier to hit. 17 for 7.
You
A musket.
shoot it, and it just melts, and the bullet goes right through its face, and it dies.
And I just look over at everyone out of the corner of my eye with a smile.
For your praise.
You are up, my friend.
I can turn on defensive stance at any point in time. It's a free action, right?
Correct.
I'm going to move, get right up at its face, and activate defensive stance because that's a free action, right? And then hit my limit break to heal myself.
So you regain a number of hit points equal to your Constitution score, not your modifier. So whatever your con score is, what it's like 16. So you full
Looking
heal.
for it, right? And now I can just straight attack him. But I got +2 to melee.
That's only an 8 to hit. So you unfortunately still miss him. Carbuncle, you are up.
Carbuncle moves. Carbuncle claw. 1 damage.
1 damage. It is its turn. It makes a single swing, just a regular attack roll against J-Ray, and it is unable to pierce your defenses as you take your shield and just knock it straight back. And as we've come to know and love from this thing, underground, give me perception rolls.
Can I do a mining check to see if there's any
Don't know if
notes
he
to
does.
get?
Sure, give me a mining check. Okay, Quetch and J-Ray know that it is somewhere. Here's my D4 over there. Did you give me a mining roll?
I did. I didn't mine.
No, you don't notice any ore veins around, unfortunately.
And I do it because I noticed him doing it, and I'm a Galka in a mine.
Absolutely.
Oh, come on!
Galka knows these tunnels.
Rookie,
My family was born into them.
he's like fluttering around looking for stuff. J-Ray goes, "It's over there," and just points, and there is a full iron vein. This thing right here, this rock right here.
The obvious looking vein.
That's that's a node.
Hey, Moogle friend.
Yeah, it's Cooper.
As I was running down that hall, I was noticing it was almost like twitching every time I took a step. I don't think it knows you're here. It looks like it considers your carbuncle just one of the normal rodents in the hall.
Hey,
That's fine
Dave.
with me.
Yeah.
The bat that is adjacent to your guy hits your guy for 4 points of damage. So this one, these are clusters of bats. They're ding bats, right? So the cluster of bats smacks Mushroom. It's Carbuncle's turn.
Carbuncle goes after this worm here. It does claw and claw. Okay, nothing.
Big worm time. Big worm kind of just wiggles out of range, not able to really do anything. Quetch, you're up.
Then I'll just move at the bat and then just do a regular attack on the bat. 13? Does 13 hit?
13 does hit. You get sneak attack because the bat is flat-footed. It hasn't made an action on any of you yet.
Okay.
You do 8 damage, which does kill that bat. Mushroom.
Mushroom is going to fight back. 17 for 6.
Gone.
And then I still have my movement, so he's going to move his 4 squares forward and start following Quetch. And then David Dix is going to move down and punch a worm.
What is the to hit?
8.
On a worm?
What the?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's a miss.
Did you crit your mining?
I want to move.
Yes, I did.
You rolled a nat 20.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All you needed was the Galka to point it out. All right, so as Dave's off to the right, just completely whiffing, Rookie pulls out a pickaxe from somewhere, a Moogle position.
My Mog Sack.
Your Mog Sack. Whack it, and with way more aggression than a Moogle should have, throws his whole body into that swing and knocks out a beautiful chunk of iron ore. So we're going to say it sort of deposits into 5 iron ore, as well as you get a garnet stone from it. I'm going to say that's Rookie's whole turn. We go to Cam.
All right, I will run further up the hallway, and I will, under my arm, shoot the nearest worm.
Your gun does manage, with touch damage, to shoot right into it. You deal 3 points of damage, which is actually its exact HP.
Learn from the professional, boys.
In response to that, though, the worm that's down the hall is going to cast stone on you, Cam.
I said what I said.
It rolled a natural one. It instead casts stone on the bat, killing the bat outright. It's J-Ray's turn.
He goes for the bat that is sitting in the corner. I'm going to move there. I'm going to smack it in the face.
You one-shot it. You
damn.
charge right at it and throw your sword into all those bats, and almost like swinging around what seems wildly but is more technical, you manage to just wipe out all those dingbats. Carbuncle, you're up.
Carbuncle's gonna attack the worm,
You deal 3 points of damage to the worm, killing it outright.
and then I can move.
Cam, the word M is casting stone on you. What is your touch, AC?
12.
Does manage to land stone on you as stone boulders all slam on you,
I'm still posing from the last shot.
dealing you a total of 5 points of damage. Give me a fortitude save.
21.
Son of a...
Hey, crit defended you.
You're not weighted either. You shrug off that same sort of heavy feeling that sort of takes over you as you shrug the boulders off of you.
I'm too cool to be held down, okay?
This is terrible. This is all bad. All right, Quetch.
J-Ray has told me that it detects on sound. Can I stealthily try to make a move and get like within decent range of the worm, the big worm?
Absolutely. If you stealth, you can reduce the sound of your movement. So just roll me a stealth roll. You crouch down low, and with the agility afforded to only Mithra, the feline agility, you're able to scale across these stone ground without making a peep of noise.
Yeah.
As you and your torch run off through the darkness, lighting the way, none of the worms seem to get drawn on your movement. Mushroom.
He's going to see that there's no more enemies because everyone killed his creatures for him. I want you to just picture like grease lightning, which is like as they like walk down the streets, just snapping their fingers. What happens on an 18?
Nothing. What are you doing, Rupee?
I moved up.
Okay, no other action?
No. I don't.
Cam, what are you doing?
Moving up and shooting the solo worm.
Dead.
I look angrily at both Kamishi and the snapping goblin at the amount of noise they appear to decide to make in this encounter. Would you two be quiet?
You just spoke, though. You kind of just gave up your whole gig.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over how cool I am.
J-Ray, what are you doing?
I was thinking about, going to the quiet thing and throwing Carbuncle as far as I can to save a little bit of movement.
Carbuncle's tiny, so if you actually do want to throw Carbuncle, you can do that.
I do want to throw Carbuncle as close as possible. Rookie, I'm kind of slow in here and I'm really freaking loud. Do you mind if I throw your Carby?
Yes, Kubo. Let's do it.
I need an attack roll with your dex. I think you... J-Ray, in one hand, like a softball pitcher or a baseball pitcher, takes Carbuncle, throws it full force, hits the large worm. Collectively, you and Carbuncle deal 5 points of damage as Carbuncle, with the speed and ferocity of a Galkan knight, gets hucked into it and it bites the living hell out of this. Carbuncle has the option, if it would like to grapple onto the worm.
Sure, I can do that.
So Carbuncle is now literally riding on the worm. J-Ray, you can also move. That was just an attack roll.
Yes, I'd like to go as far as my Gulka legs can take me.
I'm going to claim that as for Carbuncle's turn as well.
I will drop my torch free action. I will draw my second dagger in my offhand, and I will do a single wield attack. Well, it's marked, so I have +1 to that.
The creature is also under the grappled condition, so it takes a -4 to its AC.
Oh, wow.
Fortunately, I can't give it to you. You aren't able to swing at it. You only rolled a natural 3. All right, Mushroom.
Mushroom is going to charge and slam into it. Does a 14 hit?
It's actually not a flat -4 to AC. It's only a -2 because it's a -4 to their dexterity.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit. This thing is beyond bleeding, like well beyond bloodied. It is past its half hit point line. David X, you're up.
I'll go up here and start giving people moral support.
Rookie, you're up.
Do it. You can do it.
Let's go, guys.
Okay, so I'm at this. That's my turn.
Cam, you're up.
I will run up and pirouette slash it.
You hit it for 5 points of damage.
I'll just move as far as I can.
Carbuncle, you're up. You deal 1 point of damage. It is the worm's turn. The worm is going to go underground. Now, few things here. One, it is provoking attacks of opportunity from everybody adjacent. That means Carbuncle, Quetch, Mushroom, and Kamishi all get to make an attack at it.
The pets do 17 damage.
Dave, how does your pet kill this NM?
As it starts going down, you just see the shield just kind of butt up into its neck as it slashes its head off.
How does Carbuncle help?
Turbo latches onto the head that starts to fall off.
It dies. You notice that the other worm that's back here, that was fixated on you all, seems to just turn its gaze and go back to like unhostilely wiggling back and forth slowly, as if defeating this reduced the hostility toward your party.
Are we out of combat?
You guys are out of combat now.
You are the loudest bunch of adventurers I have ever met.
I made no noise except for mining. Thank you very much.
Quetch, on the body of your marked target, you noticed something gleaming that's sort of caught on one of the teeth on the inside of its mouth. Quetch slides his hand into the mouth of the thing, gently twirls what feels like a ring off its teeth and pulls it out. It's like a small stone ring with like small gems sort of inlaid in it.
Friends, who has the magic knowledge to find out what this is all about?
I'm trained in it.
I also have expert knowledge in these things.
I think Dave is trained in spellcraft also.
But I'm a merchant. Give it here.
I see the gleam in your eyes, David X. Moogle, I trust you.
Spellcraft at 15 is perfect.
Ooh, magics. Great magics, I see.
This is an ascetics ring. Anyone wearing it gets +1 to their will save. They also get 5 spell resistance. Spell resistance is an interesting mechanic which we'll get to in the future.
Friends, in this fight, J-Ray ate a lot of magical stone damage. I think if we're to continue through this area, he should have the magical defensive ring. And
I'm just a disgusting goblin. I guess I have no say.
Well, what would you like to do?
Come
Sell
on,
it?
mushroom.
Well, you can appraise it now and see if it's what it's worth. Well, Quetch, you're rolling really well out of combat. You know that this would fetch a very nice price. Auction. So at all costs given are generally what you think it would auction for, which is going to run about 300 gil. That's effectively like 3K because it's multiplied by 10. So for you guys, that's a lot of money. In the grand scheme, it's maybe not so much.
I believe our most valued party members should receive this ring as protection.
Kamishi, I'm
Alright,
not
J-Ray.
giving you the ring.
I never said my name. You did.
Friends, what say you J-Ray uses the ring for the rest of our adventure today, and then we decide to do with it afterwards? Could we sell it and split it between us? Possibly.
Sounds fine.
Fine with me, Kupo.
So you give the
I
J-Ray.
walk over and hand it to J-Ray.
Everything seems to be unaggressive. You've killed the big guy, and you're able to continue on. If you guys spend a lot of time cleaning all these things out, it is going to hit nighttime, and nighttime in KRT is very scary. If you would like to deal with KRT at nighttime, then I will allow you to kill these things.
J-Ray walks by as well, but keeps eye contact the entire time every time he passes one.
I'm starting to think about treasure, and that's kind of where my eyes are at. I'm ignoring the mobs, because that's what we came here for.
You guys walk to the end of the hallway and enter into a square room that looks like a lot of the earth has been sort of turned over many times. With J-Ray's known knowledge of worms, I would say you probably get the sense that this is like that headworms burrow, because the holes are very large. And inside, there's a lot of bones all over the place. You do see like an adventurer's pack over near a skeleton.
We don't want to desecrate the remains of our fellow adventurers.
I desecrate the remains of my fellow adventurers.
So you just run over there and start rifling through.
Yes.
Rookie and Dave, give me reflex saves.
19.
Dave, you immediately feel like something pointy in there and you like pull your hand out. Rookie, you keep shuffling through and you stick your hands full into a pile of caltrops and you take 2 points of piercing damage.
Look, semi-used caltrops.
So in the pack, you do find 25 gil. You find a handful of rusty caltrops. You find a longsword and then sort of other just basic adventuring stuff like a bed, tent, stuff to make a fire.
Ah, you rapscallions.
On the next episode.
Now, foul creature, tell us about this so-called king of yours.
Intimidate. It cowers down a little bit at the sight of being flanked by both J-Ray and Kamishi. It goes, Chess King? What you want to know?
Where is he?
Chapnix can take you if you have something to give Chapnix.
Is your life worth it?
He actually takes a very hard moment to consider that question.
Hello everybody, Quetch here. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. If you would like to support the future of this series, please consider supporting me on Patreon. There you will receive perks for my live streams, as well as tidbits and in-between session stuff that happens with the Pathfinder campaign that doesn't quite make it to the full-length videos. I would like to first of all thank the people who are already patrons on Patreon, as well as all my YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. It is with your help that I can continue making content. I'm super excited to share with you all the rest of this campaign, so please look forward to the next video. Alright, I'll see you then, YouTube. Peace out.